And the news tonight. Dualization projects along Sector CL, Ughelli-Asaba Road, will be inaugurated soon. Civil Service Commission promises partnership with Federal Road Safety Commission. Model Secondary School entrance examination results released. And abroad, drug smugglers in UK airports tripled. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Delta Television News. My name is Pauline Okolie. The Upo Bridge along Sector C1 of the ongoing Ughelli-Asaba Road dualization project at Ogwashuko in Anyocha South local government area would be ready for inauguration in December 2024. Governor Sheriff Oberewori disclosed this during inspection of the project, including the completed 9.1 kilometers Ishago-Ewulu Road, where he frowned at the poor delivery of the side drains. Ejimu Dweme reports.
The governor who undertook the inspection on a day the state was celebrating 33rd anniversary of its creation said the inspection was part of activities to mark the anniversary.
And after the Thanksgiving, we just feel that it's necessary for us to come and inspect some of the work we are doing. And we're just coming from Ishago. That is a 9.1 kilometer road. They've done the binding and the wearing course. We're satisfied with the asphalt work, with the drains, which we have asked them, the contractor, to go and make some correction before their commission. Without that, I will not do any commission.
The governor said he was impressed with the level of work on the bridge, pointing out that he has directed the contractor handling the drains to make some corrections before the project could be inaugurated. Governor Oberewori said the Sector C1 of the dualization of Ughelli-Asaba Road was the most critical aspect of the project and called on the contracting firm to stick to contractual agreements. On why he embarked on road inspection on a day veterans were celebrating an anniversary of the state's creation, he said he was elected to work for the people at all times.
This is not the first time I come here. We're here almost 3 times. They're having challenges because of the rain. And you can see when the supervisor was explaining the difficulty that they encountered on this road. But the good news is that they assured us by December the road to finish with the bridge, which is very, very important. Once they finish with the bridge, the other work will not be too difficult. But the most difficult part is this bridge.
The representative of the contracting firms on the projects who agreements, Ejime Uduime, reporting.
Has expressed commitment to partner the Federal Road Safety Commission on training and sensitization to ensure road safety. Chairman of Civil Service Commission, Chief Roslyn Amioko, stated this during a courtesy visit by the new State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps alongside his team. Sams Owojite reports.
Chief Amioko said it was necessary to provide training and retraining on road safety regulations to motorists, especially as Ember Month approaches. The Civil Service Chairman encouraged the State Command of the FRSC not to relent in its efforts at reducing road accidents in the state, while urging them to be more preventive in their approach. She encouraged the FRSC to be firm yet fair while enforcing safety regulations and promised to sustain the Commission's partnership with the Corps.
Listen to you carefully. We are going to work with you in synergy. From time to time, we'll be calling on you. If there's anything we are doing and we need you, we'll call on you. We have said you'll be coming here to check vehicles, to give lectures to our officers. It will be necessary to do that. And you have assured us that the road safety is our family and our friend. I want to take it like that. You have come to Delta State. You have come to change the narration of the road safety in Delta State. And I'm very proud of you. I'm happy that you are the one settled.
The State Sector Commander of the FRSC, Corps Commander Frederick Ogidon, said the command has intensified efforts to sensitize road users on road safety knowledge gaps among motorists. Mr. Odigon said the FRSC will embark on public safety check on motorists, which will be free of default charges, and promised to train staff drivers of the Civil Service Commission. He appreciated the partnership with the Civil Service Commission with the FRSC programs at ensuring road safety in the state.
We also do drivers training for your drivers, and of course we will be coming here now that I'm in town at every quarter when we have our free safety check. There's a program we call free safety check. On those part of that particular time of the week or the quarter, we don't arrest vehicles. We go to offices or go to the road, you come down, you show us your vehicle, we help you inspect the vehicle. If there are defects or there are safety components that are not in place, we just tell you and we advise you on how to go about it. So that when you hit the road and you are traveling, you won't be stranded on the road. Or if any law enforcement agency should stop you, you'll be very proud to see your papers and everything that are needed to the vehicle are complete to show you and you have a thorough vehicle.
Also on a courtesy visit were the Association of the State Indigenous Newspapers Publishers, led by the SSA, to the Governor on Community Newspapers, Comrade Joseph Oromono Kaye. They pledged their partnership in disseminating programs and policies of the state government to the grassroots. Sams Ohojite reporting.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has announced that the distribution of permanent voter cards to new applicants across the state local government areas will commence today. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Mr. Sam Olumekun, in a statement said the distribution at the ward level had been concluded with 125,928 PVCs collected within 5 days. The Commission, while urging the applicants to come for their cards, noted that it would not release them to third parties. It said the figure represented 68.3% of the 184,438 new cards issued during the recent continuous voter registration exercise, marking the highest collection rate recorded by INEC since the introduction of adopted on Saturday, July 20, 2024, have been released. In a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Mr. Augustine Oworo, on behalf of the State Commissioner for Secondary Education, Mrs. Rose Zeu, advised candidates who sat for the examination to check their results online with a scratch card they used in registering for the examination. The statement clarified that admission would be offered to candidates based on merit, adding that only those that meet the cutoff marks will be admitted to the model secondary schools. It said that a total of 3,892 candidates wrote the entrance examination. 4 Nigerian gang members have been sentenced to a total of 13 years in prison for creating over 2,000 fake marriage certificates enabling Nigerian citizens to live in the UK illegally. According to the report, the suspects were Abraham Alade Olarotimi Onifade, 41, Abayomi Aderisoye Shodikwo, 38, Nosimot Mojishola Badamosi, 31, and Adekule Kabir, 54, who made fraudulent European Union settlement scheme applications for Nigerian nationals between March 2019 and May last year. They were all convicted and sentenced at Ukwich Crown Court. The sentences ranged from 9 announcing the subcommittees during a meeting of the local organizing committee for the games in Asaba. The chairman of the LOC, Chief Solomon Ogba, said Games Village Management has Mr. Peter Itawansa as chairman, while Mr. Francis Egujuzo is the secretary. Protocol and ceremonial is headed by Chief Chinonye Dafi Aleu, while Mr. Silvanus Okotoko is the secretary. For the Media and Publicity Subcommittee, Mr. Harrison Ocholo is the chairman, while Mrs. Okoma Franca is the secretary. Mr. Nose Ubrewe as chairman, while Mrs. Rita Daibo is the secretary. Transport Subcommittee has Mr. Noriode Omajaja as chairman, while Mr. Edwin Onoyona will serve as secretary. Chief Ogba also disclosed Mobilization Subcommittee will be chaired by the Commissioner for Youth, Barrister Harry T. Trakiriowe, while the Chairman, House Committee on Sports and Youth Development, Honorable Emmanuel Sinebe, takes charge of the Hospitality Subcommittee, adding that the Games Secretariat will be headed by the Director General of the Delta State Sports Commission, Mr. Ojiro Festus. Mr. Emoni Williams Esquire is the Secretary. Chief Ogba has called on the subcommittees to work assiduously towards achieving a successful organization of the Youth Games, noting that excellence and dedication to duty will be the watchword of all subcommittees. You're watching Delta Television News. Still to come, drug smugglers in UK airports tripled. Please stay with us. We'll be back.
Ambition. My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audio Mac, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312.
Thank you very much. We are glad to have you back to Delta Television Main News. The global scene is next as we join our World News Desk.
The amount of cannabis seized from smugglers carrying the drug in suitcases to UK airports has tripled in less than a year. Around 15 tons of the drug have been discovered at airports in 2024 alone, compared to just 5 tons throughout the whole of 2023. Officials at the National Crime Agency, NCA, say overproduction of the drug in countries where it had been legalized and the chance of bigger profit in the UK market may be behind the rise. A total of 136 suspects were arrested in 2023, while 378 have been detained so far this year as passengers were stopped with massive amounts of cannabis in their luggage. Officials at the National Crime Agency, NCA, say overproduction of the drug in countries where it had been legalized and the chance of bigger profits in the UK market may be behind the rise. A total of 136 suspects were arrested in 2023, while 378 have been detained so far this year as passengers were stopped with massive amounts of cannabis in their luggage. Traders in Pakistan went on strike today, shutting down their businesses in all major cities and urban areas to protest a rise in electricity costs and new taxes imposed on shop owners. The Prime Minister, Shehbaz Sharif, has steadily raised electricity prices since Pakistan last month struck a deal with the International Monetary Fund for a new $7 billion loan. The higher cost of living and price hikes have triggered widespread discontent and drawn protests, with most of the public markets across Pakistan closed. Though pharmacies and grocery stores selling basic food items remained open. The strike was called by Naeem Ur-Rahman, who heads the religious Jamaat-e-Islami Pakistan party, and endorsed by most of the various traders' union and association. The strike is aimed at forcing the government to reverse the recent hikes in power bills and the controversial tax that followed the recent talks with the IMF, which wants to see Pakistan broaden its tax base.
Away from the foreign scene and back home, we now join our business news desk for happenings in the business sector.
More than 31.8 million Nigerians are acutely short of food due to security challenges and the removal of US subsidies. The federal government said this today, citing a study by several of the country's international development partners. The Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning in a statement said the scale of the shortages have led to malnutrition among women and children. The findings indicate a sharp rise from the 18.6 million people assessed as vulnerable to acute food insecurity from October to December 2023 by the United Nations World Food Programme. Sales of premium motor spirits, popularly known as petrol, in jerrycans have become a normal trade across Nigeria, especially when the product becomes scarce to get in accredited retail stations. This, according to experts, is an illegal trade of petrol which showcases the poor regulatory activities of the government. Report shows that while filling stations sell petrol at 617 naira to 619 naira per litre, black marketers who are mostly positioned around filling stations sell theirs far higher than the prices sold at the filling stations. This trend of unregulated sales has continued and has become an escape route for motorists who may not want to join the long fuel queues in filling stations. This is despite the provision of Section 174, Subsection 5 of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021, which states that, except by an appropriate license or permit issued by the authority, a person shall not undertake the distribution, marketing, or retail trading of petroleum products. It also stated that offenders are liable on conviction to imprisonment.
A service of songs in honor of St. Michael the Archangel Catholic Church, Opanam, Oshimili North Local Government Area of the state. Mora Isokba reports.
Reverend Father Mark Nwoko. A homily, Reverend Father Mark Nwoko described the late Mrs. Doris Fejoko as a caring and a lively human, also a jolly good fellow who was always ready to go the extra mile to put smiles on people's faces, which earned her the nickname Drama Queen while alive. The cleric said to everything in this world, there is a season and a time to be born and a time to die, saying no man knows the hour of their death. He urged all to live a chaste life, prepared to encounter God on the last day.
All of us knows the time, the hour, or the kind of death that awaits us, but be sure that we shall die someday. Be kind, no matter who you are. Be humble, no matter who you are. And be wise. At the moment of our death, when we have finished the race, St. Paul says, we will at last encounter God face to face.
Reverend Father Nwoko emphasized that Mrs. Fejoko had left a void that would be difficult to fill, both in her family, the church, and the state at large, while praying God to grant the family the fortitude to bear the loss. In their relatives and other sympathizers poured heartwarming encomium to the late Doris Fejoko, describing her as a beautiful soul.
Say that I actually lost a part of me. It is a truism when they say that when two people are joined together, they become one. It became something that was evident when both of us actually were joined together. Even before we were joined together legally, I told you I've known her for 30 years. We were married for only 25 years. For 5 years before we were married, we had already started living together like almost husband and wife. So she became a true part of me. So part of me had actually left. But the only thing that I'm going to live for is because she gave me 2 wonderful children, 2 wonderful boys, who are now grown-up men. And I believe that the 3 of us would live out her legacy. And I believe that she's resting in the Lord today.
She's there for us, her jokes, her food. Every time. She was always the happy, like the joy in the home. Like, I'll miss her a lot, but it was happy.
I will miss her. She's my best friend, a mother of all. She's a giver. She's such a caring woman, a lady filled with selfless heart. She does not do anything on her own. What she does is she puts herself in your condition and makes sure you are okay before she's fine.
She was very, very close to virtually all the staffers of Delta Broadcasting Service. So while we want to commiserate with our brother, we like to say, may Doris' soul rest in the bosom of the Lord.
Dignitaries from across the state, including Governor Sheriff Oborewori, represented by the Chief of Staff, Honorable Johnson Erijo, the Head of Service, Mr. Reginald Bayoko, clerics of the Catholic Communion, and other top government functionaries graced the service to pay glowing tributes to the deceased. The remains of late Doris Warinyeri Fejoko, aged 52, will be interred in her hometown in Kokodiagbene, Warri Southwest Local Government Area on Thursday, August 29. Mora Isopa reporting.
Our thought for the day that makes a big difference. Our highlights before we go. The Ubo Bridge along Sector C1 of the ongoing Ugeli Asaba Road dualization project at Ogwashugo in Anyocha South Local Government Area will be ready for inauguration in December 2024. Governor Sheriff Oborewori disclosed this during inspection of the project